like before you watch Feast?
Roll over here. I guess we'll just kind of talk to each other. Oh, buddy. So is it picking it? Yeah, so it is picking us up. So we'll kind of talk. Can we actually
Testing.
move it to that side?
Everybody wants to. Everybody. It should be good.
Can you move the mic over to that side? That way we kind of talk directly at it.
Well, I'm talking directly at it, so.
For sure.
It'll be good.
All right, so, hey guys, Glitch Gaming. This is Jim Bob here. We have the host of Dev Blitz here at CPCC in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. Gonna go ahead and introduce you, Jay Lou.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good,
right,
good.
So we brought him on to ask him a few questions about Dev Blitz, which we are currently hosting. If you're watching the live channel, definitely hit that follow button down there. So, first question of the night is, what exactly is Dev Blitz?
So, Dev Blitz, it's actually Developers Blitzkrieg, and that is something where all of our students, they've been taking classes, learning about hard skills, concepts, and techniques. Mm-hmm. So this is their chance. It's an extracurricular activity. All our instructors, we're taking time out of our schedule to come and give them a chance to use this whole 24-hour period in the labs to create a game from scratch. So all the concepts that they've been learning about, they get to test out here and in a team environment. So when they're learning in class, they're learning by themselves with projects, and that's great. But they also get to work with other teams now and experience what that might be like in the industry itself. So it helps give them a little bit extra experience, and it gives them a time crunch. So you can see, can they meet deadlines? Can they work well with others? So it's using their hard skills to also improve their soft skills.
Okay. So what kind of roles will we see these students playing tonight?
All sorts of roles. So we'll have every kind of developer, artist, audio visual, programmers, and they'll all have to be working together depending on the teams, because it can be one person working on this, or it can be a whole group. I think we have one group that's got 8 people, which is a bit much, but
that's a huge team.
Exactly. So that's going to be on them to see how well can you control your group. It's a big group, so it's a learning environment in almost every aspect that they're doing. So some of them are going to be wearing multiple hats and doing audio and design. Some of them may be just doing a piece of that. Also, they'll have to take on their own project manager role. So someone's going to have to make sure that they're meeting deadlines and things like that. So they're going to be taking every role. Yeah.
So, all right. So we've talked about the roles that they'll be playing and stuff. We saw on the SGD events page on Facebook, we saw a list of criteria. So can you break down the criteria of this event? What exactly, is it a set project? Are they allowed to, I guess, free ball the whole thing? Or?
Right. So the constraints are, if they're trying to participate, now some of the people will come in and they'll just be doing homework for class. We want to give them that time in the lab, so that's fine. But if they're participating in Dev Blitz, the constraints are, it needs to be a game that you can play in 15 minutes.
Okay.
So that's that's a simple one. That's something that they all have to do. So and then the next one is, it has to be a web-based game. So it has to be whatever engine you use, it needs to be able to port so that you can play it on a website. Okay. And then, of course, 640 by 480 dimensions, just something simple. We're doing that because we actually have Spect, who is sponsoring this, and these guys are coming down, and they want to see, if they, they're going to kind of coach these students and say, the market is looking at certain things like these for now, the market's looking at certain trends. So if there's a certain sniper game or a racing game, what kind of types of things do they see for people who like to play these games? And these are usually casual games. But after that, Spect may see some of these games coming out, and they may want to have a meeting with some of these students afterwards, outside of campus, to say, hey, we want to publish your game, which means, that the students are not only doing this, but now they have a published game. They can put it on their portfolio. Exactly. And then depending on what Spec wants to do with them, which is up to them and Spec, they could put their game up on Spec's one of many websites, and they'll get a cut of the ad revenue. So 60-40% or whatever they determine.
So it's kind of like a doorway to where they have an open opportunity and you get resume work. So that's pretty cool.
And so they may even just want to buy the game outright.
Yeah.
But even so say one of these groups, they make a really great game, but it's not something that they want to put on Spec's website. It's not something they can use.
Yeah.
That's still fine. Spec is also looking at teams that work really well together. So that's why I've told them, ask questions, communicate, show off what you're doing, because they may see a team that does really well, and it may not be the game they want. They may want to get that team together and say, hey, we want to contract you to build a game for us. So boom, it may not be the game here, but it's that networking skills and those soft skills that they've been doing here that may get them that opportunity. So lots of different ways to go into that.
All right. So far it's been about, how long would you say? It started at lunch today, and
Yep.
There's a countdown.
Oh, there is. You got the countdown on there? Oh, nice. So he does have the countdown.
Awesome.
So they've been working for a little while now. So what stages would you say? What stage would you say they're at right about now?
Stage right now is they should be finishing any kind of prototype they're doing. Usually we want to see them. They know what core mechanics they want.
Of course.
And you're usually going to see some people starting to build assets. They should start to be building framework for what they're going to use. So movement, their core mechanics, they should be testing those out, or be finished with that and starting to kind of build a playable model. Because we like to see by midnight they have a playable game.
Right.
And when I say playable game, I don't mean it works and everything's great. I mean they can play it and
The player can
complete
get from
that.
A to B.
Yeah, exactly. They can get from A to B. They can shoot their gun or defend their tower.
Yeah.
Whatever they're trying to do. It may be messy, but if they had to ship it, it would be something that someone could play right now.
Right.
So yeah, usually within the first hour, first 5 minutes, we want to see them already have a concept or idea to go with, and then from then until now, it's been that whole testing those prototypes and seeing what works. So I've seen teams that grabbed pen and paper and they were kind of testing out what mechanics work even before they touched the computer.
Very nice.
Some people jump right in there. It's different for every team.
Of course. So I want to thank you again for coming on stream
Yeah.
with us, J-Lou. It's been
great.
a pleasure.
Yeah.
Stick around, guys, because definitely in a little bit we're going to be pulling in the team leaders, and we're going to be going over discussions of questions based on the projects they're choosing to do, what tools they're using, how many team members, their team names that they've picked, and we're going to get in a little deep discussion with them. So stick around. Balder's going to be getting back on, working on his little project that he's working on for you guys. Definitely hit the follow button. Check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and we look forward to seeing you guys in a little bit. Jim Bob out. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Very well.
Awesome.
Very well.
Very well done, yeah?
Yeah, very well done.